This is big.
Alright, track 5 on the album is called The Big Kind. It's probably the most straight-ahead pop song we have on this album. Lyrically, thematically, it's about a love that essentially is so big that it dwarfs everything else in this person's life.
Alright, on The Big Kind, we once again used the Moog Little Fatty for bass, and we also used a bass guitar on this song, the one and only song of the album, picked no less, but the quarter, no.
As far as its structure, pretty much straight ahead. Like I said, it's probably the most poppy song on the album, both in terms of the melody and in terms of the instrumentation and so forth as well.
And then probably the other thing to note is the main theme that plays throughout it is an Ableton synth called something, trance something. But we put a tape stop effect at the end of every time it plays, so which is the big thing to do nowadays. Alright, Wake to You. I started this song on my laptop, so it is actually all software synthesizers and samples and that kind of thing. No hardware was used on it. And basically I started writing an instrumental and we liked it and turned it into a song. Steve wrote the melody and lyrics to it.
Wake to You, as Adam indicated, was started off with instrumental that he created. We built it into a song from there. Thematically, it is about a romance. It kind of tells the story of the beginning, the middle, and the end, and thus it does have a chorus that changes lyrically as it progresses as well. So that's kind of an interesting feature about the song.
Other things worth noting was some of the vocal stuff that we did on this one. Kind of made some harmonies out of thin air by duplicating the lead track and then retuning it with auto-tune, or pitching it up and then putting auto-tune on it so it stays in the key. And using the Formant filter, we kind of made it sound like a girl backup singer, which tricked me for a while. I thought it was too. So I thought that turned out really cool.
Track 7 on the album is called New to Me. Lyrically, it basically addresses how when one begins a relationship, there's this kind of joy involved with learning new things about a person and the person learning new things about you, and how they might be mundane and simple things. They are often interesting to the other person just because it's something they don't already know.
Worth noting on this, I believe this is the first song that we used the Moog MIDI Mooger Foger, which is a multiple resonant filter that basically sequence in various patterns, and so you'll hear that on the chorus. It's pretty prominent with one of the synth sounds that sounds like it's pulsating in different filters.
And structurally, it pretty much follows a basic pop song. It does kind of have two choruses of a sort, an expanded pre-chorus that builds into a larger chorus. Track 8 on the album is called The Rest of Our Lives. I composed the lyrics, melody, and chord structure on a piano, and we didn't really want to lose that feel, so we kept the arrangement pretty simple. And so you'll hear basically the piano, bass, and drums. Pretty much straight ahead pop ballad, really the only ballad on this album, I would say.
Alright, The Rest of Our Lives is fairly simple in the arrangement for us, certainly. Since it's primarily got a piano and just bass and a couple synth sounds and drums. We used pretty much, I think we used all software synthesizers again. I think it's actually all Ableton's instruments as well.